Judge Joe Brown has openly spoke about how Hollywood is pushing LGBTQ agendas through kids' shows and movies. This isn't just entertainment, it's a deliberate attempt to shape young minds and normalize behaviors that many believe should remain a choice, not a cultural expectation. Today, we're taking a closer look at how children are being exposed to ideas that condition them to accept what's not natural as normal, and why that matters for parents, families, and society at large.
See, that's one of the problems right now, where Hollywood is taking its access to children and attempted to propagandize them to be receptive to that particular theology.
Joe is correct. The stuff they're teaching our kids now is so wicked and corrupt, you can only imagine how their future will look.
It's not healthy for anybody because you can't teach them sexuality. As children, we just don't teach them overt heterosexuality because it's just unseemly.
Like Joe said, they are trying to influence the children in disturbing ways. It's all about conditioning people or kids to accept what is unnatural as if it were normal.
You know, mom and dad is one thing. What is this mom and mom bit? What does this mean? It's all right to hold your guy friend's hand or kiss him. Well, what does that mean? Well, that's preparatory to him putting his penis up your anus or it in your mouth. Oh, well, didn't you realize that's what they're trying to teach you? That's what they're teaching you. They're conditioning you to the foreplay so that this just becomes a natural consequence. They're conditioning you to take the easy way.
We're being molded to serve agendas that lead us away from what's good, to essentially lead us away from God.
Now, as far as black folk are concerned in the Hollywood industry, it started off in the late 1960s. So what are we going to do, they said, about bringing in cash flow? Well, let's go to a group of neglected viewers who are anxious to see themselves. Black folk. Well, let's not get one of those Sidney Poitier movies or such that we had where they were talking about principle. Let's go to the lowest common denominator. Let's talk about drug dealers, pimps, hoes, and all that other kind of stuff.
What about these slavery movies, though? Why do you think
the slavery movies are part of getting you conditioned to being emotional and get you to go, woe is me, we've been done so wrong. So when you start talking about
victim talk, then
yeah.
All right.
So when you start talking about, oh, woe is me, I've been done wrong, they present it to you as an excuse rather than as a motivation to get angry enough to do something. And I think about what I read when I studied what they call the slave pamphlets that are on microfilm or were in the Library of Congress. And it was get the slave to think in terms of his enslavement. So his culture teaches him that those things that we need him to be, that we need him to think like, are appropriate. In other words, get him thinking like a slave. Make sure he thinks he's dependent. Make sure he thinks he has to ask. Make sure he thinks that he should be grateful.
We have to further call out their wickedness.